I lost a friend. Maybe not the best wife, but I lost a fucking friend. She would always be my friend.
I'm just going to ask you point blank. Did you kill Cati?
No.
This is John Blauvelt, a U.S. Army recruiter who stabbed his estranged wife, hid her body in the basement of an abandoned house, and fled the state with his girlfriend. On October 23, 2016, in Simpsonville, South Carolina, 22-year-old Cati Blauvelt left her job at PetSmart and never made it home. Her family reported her missing the next day. On October 26th, her body was found hidden in the basement of an abandoned house on Southeast Main Street, vacant for over 20 years. She had been stabbed to death. John and Cati had separated months earlier after he threatened to kill her. He was already seeing Hannah Thompson, a girl from his social circle. The night Cati's body was found, he was gone. The Army classified him as a deserter. Multiple witnesses told investigators that John had spoken openly about wanting to kill Cati and described exactly where he planned to hide her body. The same abandoned house where she was found. 9 days after her body was discovered, investigators sat down with John Blauvelt for the first time. He didn't know how much they already knew. This is a case about a man who told everyone his plan and thought nobody would talk.
I met more people down here from Jersey than I have in the Army. It's kind of weird because I've been all over the country.
All right, John, what I can do is give you this identical form that I'm reading. It's just your rights. It's kind of like you've seen on TV and stuff before. I know you've had some previous minor run-ins with the law. All I can tell you is keep an open mind. We're going to treat you fairly and respectfully.
Okay.
And just ask for your cooperation and honesty. So try not to let these past instances, jade you or anything like that. Okay. All right, starting at the top. Before we ask you any questions, you must understand your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions and have him with you during questioning. If you have no money to pay a lawyer's fee, the court will appoint one to represent you without cost if you wish. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you'll still have the right to stop answering at any time. You also have the right to stop answering at any time until you talk to a lawyer. Do you understand those rights?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The bottom part is what's called a waiver of rights. I've read the statement of my rights and understand what my rights are. I'm willing to make a statement and answer questions. I do not want a lawyer at this time. I understand and know what I'm doing. No promises or threats have been made to me, and no pressure or coercion of any kind has been used against me. Do you understand what the word coercion means?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just in your words, tell me what it means.
Outside pressure to do something you don't want to do.
Right, basically. Exactly. Okay. So sometimes people have trouble with that word, so we just want to make sure you understand what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Having those rights in mind, are you willing to talk to us today?
Yes. Okay.
What I need you to do, just from this top portion, pick any of those lines out loud and just read one out loud to me.
You have the right to remain silent.
Okay. I'll give you this original copy. You'll get a copy of this before you go. I just need your initials on all the highlighted areas.
Sign it.
Yeah, sign it and then initial next to the word coercion, just showing you understand what that means. Sorry if it gets a little hot in here. You want a glass of water or anything? Or?
I'm going to say.
Okay.
Sure. Big thing like me.
Do you have to work today?
Yeah.
So I understand you've been deployed twice?
Yes.
Iraq or?
Yeah.
How long were the deployments? The usual year?
12 years. Or 12 months. 12 years.
When was the last time you got back?
2010.
So where in Iraq were you?
The first time I was down south, near Nasiriyah was the main city, and that was like 200 miles south of Baghdad. And then The second time I was up north at Kirkuk City. Well, we were in Kirkuk City, and that was like 100 miles north of Baghdad.
You were a tanker?
Mm-hmm.
So you actually drove the tank, or you?
No, we were on Humvees and dismounted. We didn't take tanks.
Okay. So you were like patrols and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
The city we were in my second deployment was too small for tanks, so we just we would rip down all power lines and houses and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, okay. Guess they wouldn't want you to be doing that.
Not any more than we were.
How's recruiting? Is that
It was,
obviously a lot different than being deployed?
yeah, that was probably the worst job I've ever had.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I hated it.
Just
Every moment of it.
really?
Yeah, because I joined the army at 18 to fight in Iraq.
Shoot guns, do
shoot
cool
big
shit.
guns, yeah. And then they had me sit behind a desk, and it's
You
not
couldn't get a different assignment or anything?
no, it's like one of the army's like mandatory assignments. You either take it or you get out.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. So I took it.
Simpsonville was your first place?
Mm-hmm. It was a strange situation because we were living in California at the time, so it would have worked out where I would have had to drive here because recruiting school was here in Columbia.
Yeah.
So I would have had to drive here, drive back, and then drive potentially back here. So they just moved me here first, and then I went to school here. Normally you get a selection of duty assignments, but I didn't get one, just for ease of movement. They just moved me down here first.
So where would you go do most of your recruiting? Schools,
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that?
Yeah, everything from Malden down to Clinton, out to Woodmont, all the schools in between.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of cold calls, a lot of just calling. Mm-hmm. We get the list every year from the high schools of all the seniors, and we just gotta call them.
Wow.
Pain.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Horrible.
Not nearly as exciting as Iraq and stuff.
Mm-mm.
I appreciate your service. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
You went over there.
had a good time.
I'm sure you got some memories, good and bad, and in between. But from what I understand, you make some really good friends through the military.
Yeah.
Like I said to you before, we just want to get some background information and kind of paint a picture of what we have going on.
Okay.
Just kind of tell me about when you guys met, and how you met.
She worked at the firehouse. Do you know where the recruiting station
Mm-hmm.
is? She worked at the firehouse right next door.
Okay.
So I was going through some crap with my current marriage. We were kind of on the way out of that marriage. So me and her just kind of met and started dating. I was still living with my wife at the time, and she was dating her boyfriend, and I was dating my girlfriend. So it was kind of a funny situation. I was staying at her house most days during the week at her dad's house, and then we finally got an apartment in December of 2014, I guess it was. Yeah, so that's kind of how we met. We just, we both smoked cigarettes at the time, so we just went out and smoked.
Okay. Yeah.
You just meet people through smoke breaks.
And you got married in what year?
2015.
Okay. And so I know obviously about the incident that happened between you guys allegedly in January. Then she didn't file a report till February.
February, yeah.
What made her file a report a month later about something that
That was just kind of her personality.
just get back at you for something? Was she pissed or?
Mm-hmm. That was her personality. When she got mad about something, she would act extremely childish until she got her way, and if she didn't get her way, she would just escalate until she got her way.
And they believed her about something that happened a month before?
I got arrested for it.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of strange.
Whether or not they believed her, I still went away in handcuffs, and I still had to get bailed out of fucking county. And
yeah.
So whether or not they believed her, there wasn't no. It was just a statement.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's just he said, she said. And
yeah, I went away for it, and then yeah, she moved out like the Monday or Tuesday. She moved out in the early week, and by the end of the week, she was back, like with her mom, like clearing out all of her shit. And then when I said okay, like bye, because we had played that game before where she left, she would always come back.
Yeah.
Well, most of the time she would leave. I would beg her to come back, and she would come back, and then we'd make it another 2 or 3 weeks, and then she would leave, and then I'd beg her to come back, and and then I just didn't beg her to come back.
What kind of stuff were y'all arguing about?
Everything.
Just normal.
Just normal stuff.
People stuff.
And then being a recruiter, I talked to a lot of different people. So I had 2 phones, and I talked to a lot of females, and she didn't like that. But that was my job as a recruiter. I had to talk to everybody.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't like that. So then we'd argue about that. And then one time I just didn't ask her to come back. And she came back like 4 days later with her mom. And they cleared out like all of her stuff up from the house.
So that was how far after your arrest for the domestic violence thing was that? Like a week or two, or
No, that was in January. What made her go file in February? Who knows?
okay? But so she actually moved out when, in February, or even later than that?
She didn't permanently actually move out of that house until about April.
Okay.
But what kicked off the incident in January was she moved out.
Okay.
She moved out, took all her shit, came back, moved out again. I told her that time, just stay gone this time because I don't want you ruining my shit. You're ruining everything in my life. Please stay away. Came back like a week later with the police.
So you guys weren't married long at all.
2 months.
So it's kind of
2 months, and then we made it until fucking March. I called her the night. I know I wasn't supposed to. Don't care. Called her the night I got out of jail. And she sat there and cried on the phone. And she was like, I didn't know that you were going to go to jail. And I told her, it's okay. You know, I forgive you. I'm a very forgiving guy. I don't give a shit. I can get over this. You know, I know who she was. She had the shortest fuse on the plane. It wasn't even a fuse. It was one of those things you just pull it. It just fucking explodes. That was her personality. That's the personality. That's the person I knew. And I told her it's okay. That's fine. I'll take you back. I don't care. Let's just move on. And that lasted about 2 more months. Probably till about the end of April into June. Or I guess that would have been May. Yeah. Like end of April, into May. And she was like, that's when people started coming around the house. Like the Fountain Inn Police Department was like coming around the house looking for her. And I got nervous because I had a restraining order. So
right.
and I don't got family down here. She could leave. She could go to her mom's or her dad's and have some. I don't have anywhere to go. So I was sleeping in my car. Because I got a no contact order with her at work too. So I can get in trouble 2 different ways.
No way.
The military can put me on Fort Jackson. They can put me in jail in Fort Jackson for 30 days for breaking a no contact. And then I got an actual restraining order with the state. So I told her, I was like, you gotta go. Like we can talk and we'll keep that on the low, but you gotta go now because they were coming to the house. Army investigators are coming to the house looking for her. Fountain Inn Police Department. So I was like, the one time they see you, they're gonna be like, hey, we got another conviction, grab his ass. And I don't want to go through that because I've already been in that situation. And I don't feel safe in that situation. So she left in like April or May.
How was your guys' contact after that? I mean, did you?
We talked on and off. At first it was real heavy because we were still like, we're in a relationship, we're just not with each other. It wasn't until probably about June that it went to more once a week and then once every other week. And then we just fought like once or twice and then just completely broke contact. The only time I would hear from her after that is when she needed something or when I assumed that she was like drinking or something because she would text me random I love yous and stuff like that.
Was she ever like drive by your house or anything?
Yeah, and
just to see what you're doing? Or?
I saw her a couple times, just her car, and that could have been for a couple reasons. I mean, she could have been seeing somebody else in the neighborhood. I don't know, but I saw her car a couple times, and then I heard stories that she was like coming up to the door for my roommate and stuff. Come to like, my roommate got a cat. She wanted to come see the cat. She wanted to come see my dog, so she tried to get my roommate to take my dog out of the house to go see.
Is this Crystal?
Yeah.
Okay.
So just hearing, she never came and bothered me. She never did that. She wouldn't like come and like, if I was there and like bang on the doors and shit. But she was still coming by the house. And I don't know why. But we broke contact because she was dating already. Like she's already been dating dudes. So I'm like, just move on. Like leave me alone.
Right.
But I still get random texts, in the morning. I look good today. I love you. Shit like that.
Was she trying to get back with you? Or
I couldn't really give you a good answer on that. My intention was to get back together with her.
Still? Really?
Yeah, at the end of this. Whenever my civil court was done, that's the last thing I told her, was that when this shit's all done and over with, I just want you to be there for me in that courtroom, and I will walk away from that courtroom with you.
When you say civil court, you talk about
The charge from
Your
February.
criminal case?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was going on with the military? Were they waiting to see what happened with that?
Yeah.
So that's why they had you over on Burgery Street,
Right.
kind of doing administrative stuff.
They
And then once that case got cleared, if it got cleared, then you'd
if
be reassigned, or
if it was like dismissed, cleared, yeah, they would have just sent me on my way.
Mhm.
If something came of it, then they would have continued their investigation, see what they wanted to do about it.
Okay.
Probably just kick me out, more than likely.
is that? I mean, I've never been in the military, so I don't know how it works. But if you get charged with something serious enough, they just discharge you.
Most of the time, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, especially if it's a guilty verdict, they'll just dishonorably discharge you.
Okay.
So, and that's like the worst thing that could happen. It's like walking out the door with 2 felonies instead of 1.
And I'm sure it's a lot of pride issue too, right?
Yeah. I mean, 10 years of my life and 2 years in Iraq.
Yeah.
Walk out the door, but I mean, and I told her, I said, "Fuck it, it's already done. They can do what they want." But the last thing I told her was when there's a disposition, if it's not guilty and I get to walk out of that courtroom, I want to walk out with you. And she said that was fine. She said that's good. That's what I want too. And that was like 2 months ago.
So what was the status of the case? How close was it coming to go to court, or
My lawyer got the solicitor to allow me to apply for PTI for the whole charge. So I got denied from that. I don't fucking know. I got denied from PTI. So now I'm just waiting. I haven't heard anything. I guess my thing went to the bottom of the pile again to recycle back to the top.
right? Yeah, it's a slow.
And it took from March to June to get, okay, let's apply for PTI.
Yeah.
And then, oh, by the way, we rejected you.
Is that a public defender or paid?
No, I was a paid lawyer. Yeah. Didn't want to take no chances with a felony charge.
I understand that. All right. Moving forward, so she moves out. You move Crystal and Brandon in to help out with bills or whatever.
It was pretty soon after they actually moved in. Yeah.
Okay. Any other roommates?
Hannah was living there for a little bit.
Hannah Thompson.
Yeah. While Katie was there, Hannah was going through some shit at home, so she asked Katie if she could move in. She said, yeah.
Blauvelt describes the living situation before the separation. Him, Katie, Hannah, and a guy named Wayne, all under the same roof at various points. Katie knew about Hannah. Katie said yes when Hannah asked to move in. He presents it as completely normal, but what he's actually describing is a man who had his girlfriend living in the same house as his wife while the marriage was falling apart, while the domestic violence charge was pending, while the restraining order was being processed. And Katie is the one who invited Hannah in.
We moved all her shit in. Wayne was still there, and then Wayne then Katie left before Wayne got in his car accident. So she left, and then Wayne left, and then Crystal moved in, and then Hannah moved out. And now it's just us and Crystal.
Okay. How'd you guys meet Hannah? Was it a friend of Katie's or yours?
Friend of Cheyenne.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And you and Cheyenne are pretty tight, right?
We used to be.
Oh, you're not now because of this crowd.
Because of this, yeah.
Okay.
I haven't heard from Cheyenne. I tried to talk to Cheyenne on Tuesday. Tuesday was the last time I talked to Cheyenne, and then she just dropped me off the face of the planet. So, kind of shows who your real friends are.
Yeah.
When you ask somebody specifically for help because you are not in a good place and they blow you off completely, but they're out there having fun with friends.
Yeah.
She's not grieving right now. She's out partying right now. So she could at least text me back.
Yeah, I don't have an answer for that.
And then I already had to avoid the viewing. I had to go on Sunday by myself because her whole family was there. And if I can't even get Cheyenne, who lived with me and who I bought cars for and school books for and sent to and pushed to get a job and shit, if I can't trust her to be calm and level-headed, then how am I going to go to this viewing with her crazy-ass family there?
Right. So the viewing was Saturday, right?
Right. 2 to 4 on Saturday.
And when did you get?
I went Sunday, 2:30 on Sunday.
Okay. So they just had a private thing for you?
Mm-hmm.
Did you go by yourself? Or?
Yeah. Well, I took Hannah with me.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
How was that hard?
Yeah, because I mean, first of all, there's nobody there but me and her, so we're just kind of standing there staring at like Katie's nasty, like dirty, disgusting body because they didn't even wipe her ass down. And then we're just standing there, like, I don't know what the fuck you say. I've been to a couple, I went to my own dad's viewing when I was like 15. I've seen people dead. I've fucking dealt with this shit before. And now there's nobody else there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's kind
There's
of
nobody else there.
awkward
Because
situation.
her family wants to be crazy about this shit. So I'm there by myself. I'm dealing with it by myself. I'm dragging her around because she's willing to be dragged around. To be there, you know? So, I don't know. It's just been really stressful.
Yeah, I can imagine that. You've been able to go to work for the majority of it, I guess, or
Well, yeah, I've been going. I told him I don't want any time off because I don't do any work anyway. Do admin shit anyway. So, and
plus you'll just sit there and go crazy probably.
right, I don't want to just sit at home, stare at the walls. I don't have family here. Crystal works until 3. Brandon works until like 2:33. So I don't want to just be alone.
Yeah. Does Hannah work or where does she do?
She works in the mall. JCPenney's in the mall.
Now, does she live with you full time, or is it kind of
It's on and off. She stays when she wants.
Okay. She live with her parents otherwise?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So let's go to last Monday. You're working downtown.
Right.
At what time roughly did you leave work?
I don't.
I'm not going to hold you to the exact minute because I know if you ask me what I did last Monday.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't normally just leave with Judy. So whenever, it's always between 2 and 3. Whenever Judy leaves, that's when I'm out the door too. They really only got me there for her to keep her company.
Right.
Yeah.
So what'd you do when you left work?
I just went home, and then I got home, and recently I've been like running the trail behind the house because I hate wearing running shoes, and it gets my dog outside. So I take him out back and we run trails. So that day I went out, ran trails, and I went and sat by with this little spot and like watched fish fucking swim.
So there's a creek back there?
Yeah, same. I'm doing it a lot recently just because I quit drinking a few months ago, and it's really like helped me find out the kind of shit I like in life. So I just go back there and kind of hang out outside.
So your dog is Marley,
Mm-hmm.
which is a mix, or?
It's a yellow lab.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
Good dogs.
good family dog.
Was anybody home when you got home?
Just Crystal and Brandon.
Okay.
And I had heard she was supposed to go to the Sullivan Center that morning, but she was already with me because she's up there trying to get her GED.
Oh, Hannah was with you?
Yeah, she's the one who drove me home.
From work?
Yeah, because she was supposed to go to the Sullivan Center, and then we forgot because it was getting late anyway. And then we went home.
What car did you drive home?
My Prius.
Okay, so you went to work in the morning, and she dropped you off and took the Prius, or?
No, she was with. Well, I don't know what the hell she does, but most times she's either walks around downtown or she sits in the car.
All right.
Yeah, whenever she needs to go up there, she just rides. And then she was supposed to go to the Sullivan Center. Didn't, I guess, and then.
Okay. So you guys got home around 3 roughly.
Yeah.
Brandon and
Crystal.
Crystal were there. And what did Hannah do while you were running with Marley?
Whatever she does, watch TV, play video games.
Okay. What happened after that? After you're done running?
We went and met my friend Scott to get some money that he owes me.
What's he owe you?
He owed me $500 for when he crashed my car. The $500 was the deductible, so he's gonna pay me back the deductible. He owes me $350 now. So.
When did that happen?
2 months ago.
Okay.
2 months.
Where'd y'all meet with Scott at?
At the Zaxby's on Fairview.
Okay. What kind of car was he driving?
Like a small hatchback, like a silver hatchback. I don't know the make or the model, but it's kind of smaller than like a Subaru. Shit, it's even smaller than the Prius. It's a little hatchback.
Okay. Where's he from?
Baltimore originally, and then he moved down here because he was hard on his luck. So I wanted to give him a second chance.
Where's he staying at? Do you know?
I don't know the address. He's staying with some old lady.
But like in Greenville or Fountain?
Yeah, Greenville. Greenville.
Okay. Does he work?
Mm-hmm.
But he was in the Army with you?
Yeah. Yeah,
we deployed together?
We deployed together.
So he did the same kind of stuff you did?
Yeah. And then he came home and got out. Well, they put him out because started a habit with some prescription pills.
Mhm.
So they put him out for that. And he kind of followed him since then.
Okay. So it was you and Hannah that went and met him?
Yeah.
What time was that roughly?
I don't know. It was later. It was dark.
So dark's about 7-ish.
Yeah. I
Roughly.
guess. Yeah.
Did you go anywhere before that?
No.
So did you meet him and eat dinner, or did you just hang out?
I ate. We ate while we waited for him, and then he showed up, dropped me some cash, and he left.
What's the payment plan, or is he?
As he can get it, yeah. I didn't ever expect to hear from him again. After he crashed my car, I stopped talking to him. I left his ass in Greer on the side of the road. Goodbye. Crashed my car, dude. You stole my car, and then you crashed it, so I'm not talking to him. And that was like, I think it was a month or two ago. And then he just started calling me like last week, and he's like, I'm in Greenville, I got money. I was like, okay, cool. Let me go get some money.
So you guys were in the Prius
Yeah.
that night? Okay. So he's just saying that he's staying with some old lady somewhere around?
Yeah, in Greenville. I just know it's in Greenville. I know he's local because I've seen him like 2 or 3 more times.
Okay. That night, somebody says you and Hannah were putting some trash from a bag, like a trash bag in the back of the Prius.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember doing that?
Oh, yeah.
What was that about?
Marley had like the most explosive shit on the floor and stunk up the whole house. I fucking had to throw out like 4 towels. It was disgusting. And then Crystal left it for me to clean up. So, because it was like watery, nasty, I had to get like 3 or 4 towels to clean it up, plus the Swiffer, plus like dump bleach on the floor. So, yeah, it was pretty nasty.
Okay. So why'd you put it in the car?
To take it.
Oh, okay.
To
Okay.
throw it. Yeah, our trash is always filled up. We used to have this entertainment center. I just chopped it up, so it was like the trash can was full.
So you took that when you went to go to Zaxby's? Or?
Yeah, we were just gonna throw it out on the way.
Okay.
Just a dumpster.
All right. Do you have your phone with you that night?
Probably. Yeah. Let's see why not.
I mean, you normally do.
Yeah, I normally do. I normally have my phone. Unless I'm going out with Marley, I have my phone.
Right.
Or I'm going hiking or something like that, I take my phone. Or leaving the car at least.
Do you ever turn your phone off during the day or at nighttime?
Only if it dies. Only if it dies out.
Do you have a charger at work for it? Or?
Sometimes. I carry one in my pocket. Sometimes I'll take it out when I go home and wash clothes or whatever.
You stay on a good bit during the day just to keep busy,
All day.
Facebook and
Yeah.
playing games.
Facebook games, other websites. Yeah.
They help pass the time, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a couple of questions. When we notified you that Wednesday morning, at work, myself and the bigger black fellow from the coroner's office, you never asked us, what had happened to Katie or how she died. Is there any reason where you?
Yeah, I've explained this to a few people because like 20 people asked me that day what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's nothing that could bring me.
So you didn't really want to know?
Yeah, there's nothing that information would bring me in the moment. Like I said, I've experienced death. And
in the military, maybe?
Yeah, and that's never really done shit for me to know. A good friend of mine, a lieutenant, was stabbed after he got out in the military. He was overseas in the Middle East for school. He was stabbed to death. Him and his wife were stabbed to death. That brought me no comfort finding that out. Knowing he was dead, I just had a friend recently kill himself, and I still don't know, and I still don't want to know. It doesn't matter, because that's the end state.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. They're already dead. And how they died means nothing to me.
Okay.
So, and that's how I've been.
Probably seeing people, being in the military and seeing people die, probably gives you that outlook. So.
Yeah.
When was the last time you saw Katie face to face? And
I know.
And I'm not worried about this restraining order thing. Trust me, that's the least of our worries.
The last time I saw her was Cheyenne had a doctor's appointment, and Katie was there with her at the doctor.
Okay.
And I just coincidentally had a doctor's appointment at the same exact office. I just switched over to a new doctor, and they were leaving as I was checking out.
So when was that roughly?
2 or 3 months ago. I don't know. We could get an exact date.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the last time I saw her face to face. And I don't think she saw me until she was actually out the door. So we didn't talk or nothing.
Now she had been asking you for this paperwork for Jupiter medical records, or bills or something, or
medical records,
and what else? A bowl or a
bowl,
leash or
a
something?
dog food bowl.
Dog food bowl. Had she called you one previous time and asked you to meet her, bring it?
She called me multiple times, asking me to bring her that stuff.
You said no.
Yeah. First of all, Marley uses that bowl, and he needs that bowl. And it's dog medical records. It's dog medical records. You could probably walk up there to
Yeah, it's not like
Hillcrest.
rules.
There's no rules and regulations for dog medical records. So if you want, I feel like she was just using it as an opportunity to see
to
me,
get you to come see her.
and it wouldn't have been the first time.
Right.
There's been so many emergencies that come up. I need to see you right now for this, just to get there and be like, "You want to smoke a cigarette?"
Yeah, that's
Don't.
typical.
So it wasn't the first time.
So you went to the viewing Saturday, right?
Sunday.
Sunday, okay. And it was you and Hannah that went there?
Yeah.
Okay. Now this Scott guy, how often does he come in? He lived with you for a little while?
Well, yeah, he lived with me for a little bit, and then he crashed my car, and he kind of just like left town. I think he went back to Baltimore for a little bit. I think he went down to Georgia for a little bit. So
When was the last time you actually saw him?
not yesterday, but the day Friday, maybe
So that would have been,
this week.
okay, where'd you see him at?
We met at Smoke and Brew on Pleasantburg Drive because he has some money and he stays up that way, I guess.
Okay, so he gave you a little bit more money.
Yeah, he gave me like $40.
He's slowly paying off.
Slowly, he's down to $350. We agreed on.
And he was driving the same car?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Did you ever meet him anywhere else in this past week?
he's been to my house. He's been to my house. He's been smoking brews. Actually, I don't think so. He wanted to go to the bar like twice. I'm not a bar person. I'm not going to bar and drink.
Yeah.
So
How'd you kick it? Just cold?
yeah, I just had to.
That's good.
Just had to.
Have you ever transferred money to him, or he transferred money to you, or is it just hand to hand?
Western Union a couple times. I've sent him over the years probably like $400 or $500.
Just when he's down on his luck?
Yeah. And then he sent me. I mean, he paid me back like twice out of that, like $100 here, $100 there. So, but that hasn't even been recent. That's been, I mean, within the year, but outside of 6 months.
It's kind of like you don't expect it back. If you get it back, good. If not, then
No, I always say, you know, if you don't expect to, if you need it back, then don't lend it out. Because especially with this guy.
does he still have a dope problem? Or?
He says no, but the last time I talked to him, he was acting the same exact way.
Really?
You know how they forget the simplest of details that really can't even be overlooked. Like he asked me yesterday on the phone, do I owe you $450 or $350? Now you know that that's a lot of money, and you just gave me money yesterday. So how did you know? That's one of the little telltale signs that I think he is using again, because that's why I won't let him around my house again.
Is he divorced or?
He's legally married.
Okay.
I think they're pretty much, you know, set on their separation because she's not here. She's in Baltimore.
Okay. We've heard a little bit about this abandoned house, that it was a hangout for a lot of these younger kids and whatnot. You've been there before?
Yeah.
Okay. When was the last time you were there?
Probably a few months ago.
Okay. And who you were there with at the time?
I don't know. It's normally like a group of people, so it's always going to be the same group. But I just don't know who was in the group at that time.
So generally, name some of the people that would be there. Not particularly at that time, but just.
Cheyenne would be there. Allie would be there. Hannah would be there. I would be there. Wayne would be there. Maybe Cameron. Maybe Kimani. That's it from our little group that I can think of.
Where would you guys park when you hung out there?
That gravel, when we first started going, like back January, like last January, when they first showed it to me, that brush used to be cleared out so you could drive right up in there.
Okay.
And then nobody would be able to see your car, so you wouldn't have to worry about people messing with you.
Yeah. Where would you guys hang out? In the house, outside the
Like
house?
in the living room.
And just kind of hang
I've
out.
been in the attic a couple of times. Because there's like a crawl space hole. I guess not crawl space, but like a hole. One of the closets you can climb up in the attic and hang out there. That's kind of stable. Mostly in the living room because the rest of the house seems like at any moment it's gonna collapse.
You ever been down the stairs in the basement?
Nah,
Okay.
that kind of because the one side's all flooded out, and then you can only climb down, and then the other stairs is like missing fucking like the last step, and it's all like, oh,
Sketchy.
you can feel it. I don't know if you've gone down there, but you can feel it like every step,
Okay.
like wobbling back and forth. It's
So
like you don't know how you're gonna get back up.
So you never decide to
Mm-mm.
get out there and check it out?
No, hell no.
Okay.
Because you don't ever know how you're gonna get back up.
I don't blame you for that. Let me ask, and some of these questions, I'm not looking to offend you, but it's questions that we need to get answered and cleared up.
Okay.
Did Katie have any kind of life insurance policy?
Through the military, yeah, she's automatically enrolled.
Okay.
Same as my daughter.
So what is the military's thing called? Or is it?
FSGLI, Family Service Group Life Insurance.
Is that something you get for free, or you got to pay for
I pay monthly $5.
Okay.
But like I said, once you're enrolled in it's called DEERS, the Defense Enrollment Eligibility Services. Once you're enrolled in that, you're automatically enrolled in life insurance. So her health insurance, her life insurance, her dental, it's all
Okay.
wrapped up in one thing.
She was still covered under your medical and all
Yeah.
that?
Legally, because we're married.
Okay, so until you get
Until we get
divorced.
divorced. Actually divorced.
Well, that's a pretty good deal for her.
Yeah, because she was still under my health insurance.
How much was her life insurance policy? Do you know?
It's $5 for $100,000.
Okay.
And then
So
it's
is that
$5
like
for
base?
10,000 for kids.
Okay. So that was like 100,000's the base? Or?
Yeah. That's the base. Doesn't go higher or lower as far as I know.
Did she have one on you, or did you have one for her?
I had the automatic one on her. I don't know what she is. I can't imagine what she had one on me.
So yeah.
Well, I
don't know if she
I automatically have one.
through the military.
Yeah,
Okay.
mine's 500,000,
All right.
and she gets that big just because she's married to me.
Mhm.
So, and I pay $21 for that,
Mhm.
and that's like automatic. If I ever have somebody, even if I'm not married, it's still covered. I still have to put somebody's name down. Like it's
So you put mom or dad. Or
right.
whatever.
Yeah. Now it's under my ex-wife and my daughter in case I die.
Take care of your daughter.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay. Who was it under before?
It's always been my ex-wife and my daughter.
Just so
Because-
you make sure she take care of it.
Yeah. You know, that's one person I know for sure that I have to take care of is my daughter.
Yeah, that's respectable. I'm a dad. She's a
Yeah.
mom, so we understand that.
Yeah, and I explained that to Katie when we got married. Like, sorry, bud, but
So Katie knew. Did Katie know about the policy on her?
Yeah.
Okay.
I imagine.
Yeah. I don't know.
She might not even, because of her time in the military, when she was in the reserves or whatever,
Mhm.
they might have taken her off my policy. Because if you're dual military, then one of those people doesn't have an automatic policy.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So since we were dual military, I don't even think that she was enrolled anymore. Because, yeah,
But she wasn't current military now, right?
No. she didn't make it through training.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she made it like 4 or 5 weeks. She got injured. She like fell over in the obstacle course and it jacked her lower back all up. She had like something with like her lower back. It was like at an angle that was like bad.
Okay. So it has.
They medically discharged her.
So that was a pretty quick career.
Pre-existing condition dumped her out.
So has the insurance? So no insurance companies have contacted you to
No.
let you know about any kind of policy. I know a lot of times they'll do it pretty quick. Okay. Have you ever, and it would probably jokingly, I would assume, made a statement to any of your friends about wanting to kill Katie?
No.
Ever said, well, if Katie dies, we'll get some money or we'll have money to do anything with?
No.
Have you ever gone up to any friends and said, hey, would you do me a favor and take my car, take my keys, my debit card, my phone, and go away for the weekend to Charleston, say, and that'll make it look like I'm out of town so I can kill Katie?
No.
Okay. So if somebody told us that, they're making that up?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
And that's the same type of shit that's been coming out her family's mouth for the last fucking 2 weeks. And I'm getting kind of sick of it because I don't feel safe in my house anymore. There's cars parked out front of my house during the nighttime. And I know I got PTSD and I know I'm fucking watching them, but there's cars parked out front of my house. There's people driving by, and that's the type of shit. That's the narrative right there that's gonna get me fucking in trouble with some crazy motherfucker driving down and shooting up my house in the middle of the night. Or somebody called my fucking ex-wife yesterday. Somebody called my ex-wife yesterday. And that's got me scared.
What's her name?
You talked to her yesterday.
But Catherine.
Yeah, that's got me scared because my kid's there. And how did somebody get her number from here? How does somebody get her number from here? And then not just from here, not just from Simpsonville, but from some private number called her, blocked called her, so they can find my kid now. And that's the shit that's got me fucking paranoid, pissed off.
Yeah.
Because I can't sleep at night because I think something's going to happen in my house. That's all I got. So people say, oh, it's just stuff. Well, if my fucking house burns down, what stuff do I have? I get a check from the insurance company for $100 grand to pay off the house, but I'm still sitting homeless.
Almost, yeah.
So
this pressure is coming from Katie's family?
Yeah, it was on Facebook. We got pictures. We got screenshots. This shit was on Facebook. People were giving out my address. People came walk to my house the other night. People walked to my house the other night. Or standing out front of my house.
Do you recognize them or no?
No, they were from Facebook. Okay. Crystal got in this argument with this guy on Facebook, and he's like, I know where you live. I can come there right now. What the fuck? Come here right now. Yeah. Because that makes me unsafe. I got to barricade my front door because now you're telling people to come by my house, and her mom's been telling people to come by my house. They're trying to spin this fucking story against me, and it's got me terrified. It's got me scared as shit.
Do you have any idea who killed her?
No, absolutely not. This shit is ridiculous and it's scary as fuck. But I can't even be scared for Katie right now. Because I know Katie wouldn't want me in this situation. She knows I'm gonna be fucking scared as hell.
Are you talking about your ex-wife, Katie?
I'm talking about Katie.
The one that died?
Yeah. She knows that I'll be like this, be paranoid like this.
All right. Some people told us that recently they got in the backseat of your car and something had been spilled, and they were told, hey, don't touch that.
And I told Cheyenne, I just spilled fucking iced tea right there. Don't sit in that. The iced tea bottle's probably still in the back of my car right now.
Okay. That was in the backseat?
Yeah.
How'd you spill it in the backseat?
I just drink it and toss it.
Oh, okay.
I ain't the cleanliest person. I clean out my car once a week, twice a week, the most.
Okay.
Trash all over inside my car right now.
Okay.
The detective shifts without warning. Someone got in the back seat of Blauvelt's car and was told not to touch a stain. Blauvelt's answer is immediate. Iced tea. He tossed the bottle. Wasn't paying attention. Not the cleanest person. The bottle is probably still there. But investigators were already processing that car under a search warrant, looking for blood, DNA, fibers, cutting instruments. The bottle being still there is either the most convenient detail in this interview or the most reckless one.
And her fucking family's the ones putting that shit in her head because she was at my house on Tuesday. Just fine. Helping. We were both just fine, just talking to each other. Fucking dirtbag ass family.
Well, you gotta understand right now they're going through a lot too.
I'm trying to understand, but I'm going through the same fucking shit. I lost a friend. Maybe not the best wife, but I lost a fucking friend. She would always been my friend. We would have always been the worst married couple on the planet, but she was always going to be my friend.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes people make great friends but terrible lovers or whatever.
Right. That's the way we've seen it. We just the worst couple. But we were always the best friends. It's not until you started bringing the relationship back into it that we start arguing with each other. I got plenty of text messages where we're just nice to each other, just talking about our day.
Yeah.
But then, one of us would be like, so you're going to come home and, what are you doing right now? And then it would escalate to, we can't be in a relationship, we can't do this and that. So, it's just got me stressed out too. Nobody gives a shit.
So when she was asking for the paperwork for the dog and stuff, had you decided you were going to give it to her and meet up or no?
Mm-mm. Told her to go fuck herself.
Okay. Just because something she could go do herself.
Yeah.
And she could buy another dog.
Yeah, she works there. You tell me you pass by 1,000 dog balls a day, you can't borrow one, you can't take one. And then what the fuck has he been eating out since June? He needs this bowl.
That's true. Yeah. So it's more of a thing, just a way to get you, or
Yeah, I
something
really
to
think
harp on you about.
sometimes, and Krista will tell you because she's seen her do it, is that sometimes she would make up a scenario or say she needs something just to get close because she can reel me back in. She's real good at it. So,
She had a Ford Fiesta. Have you ever been in that car?
I think once, yeah, she brought it by the house one time, but it was a while ago.
Did you get in it, or?
Yeah, because that's when she first bought the shit, and I knew I was paying for it, so I got to see it.
Okay.
And the last time she brought Jupiter by the house a couple times, and it's always been in that car.
Okay, but so did you get in it, or?
I've been in it, yeah.
Okay. So when was that roughly?
Oh, I don't know. Like I said, that's when she used to come by the house and tell me she was coming with Jupiter, take him out.
So would that have been like July, August?
Yeah, it had to have been
Okay.
June, July, August. Because she stopped coming around because I stopped playing the game. Mostly. I just told her, like, I'm not playing the game anymore. I'm done playing with you. Because I already knew that she was dating a guy, but she was still trying to get back with me. She's already dating this dude named Bill. And then she was dating some dude before that, and then she was dating some other dude, and I'm like, just be with them.
Did that piss you off?
Mm-mm.
Oh, wait, you had Hannah, right?
Well, yeah, me and Hannah were dating, not really. But, she was living with me, so.
Yeah. So for all intents and purposes, Katie thought you two were together.
Right. And there's nothing I could have said otherwise. So.
Oh, yeah, I mean.
And then Cheyenne told her entire family that me and Hannah were dating. So then that's the story. We're dating. Doesn't matter what I say. So then, since Hannah moved out back with her parents, no, I would say that I'm not dating anybody.
Okay. I don't know how much you know about cell phones and stuff like that, but as you go around, your cell phone's constantly
Picking up the tower.
searching for signals and stuff like that.
Right.
So with that said, is there anything, going back to last Monday, is there anything that you've told me that your cell phone records would say otherwise?
I don't believe so.
Okay. You don't believe so, or definitely not?
Definitely not.
Okay.
There's a difference.
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
it's tiny, small. What if I told you that your cell phone did ping somewhere other than where you say you were?
Then I'd also say that her cell phone pinged in West Virginia.
Yeah, that ended up being a AT&T mishap. They plugged in the wrong phone number.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. What if I told you that Charles Scott's phone number pinged in the same area that yours did and not around Zaxby's?
When?
Monday night.
He's got freedom of moving on him. We can call him. We can ask him.
Okay.
But I'm not in control of that man, and I do not take any charge over him because that dude is a lost cause.
Yeah.
I want my $350.
You're gonna be done.
And I would like to change my phone number. If I could move, I would move.
Is there any physical evidence that we're either going to find in that abandoned house, on Katie's body, or on any of her clothing, or in her car, that is going to link you to her death?
I don't believe so, no. Definitely not.
And you understand DNA evidence it's the new thing.
100%.
It's not new, but it's okay, and it's pretty accurate.
Seems cold case files, all that kind of stuff.
Right, yeah, so I just don't want to have to go back in a couple weeks when we get all these results and say, well, John said there ain't no way this could have happened. But so if you did get together last week and have sex or go take the dog for a walk, and that's how your hair could have gotten in her car or something like that, then we need to know that now so we don't have to explain it later.
Yeah, I understand.
So there should be nothing on her body from you.
Right.
Is that fair to say?
That's fair to say.
Okay. So no hairs, no touch DNA.
I can't imagine.
Okay. Because you understand, if I touch Investigator Manley's hand and they come and swab her hand, they're going to get my DNA off.
Right. Fingerprints, sweat.
Right. And that stuff can't be denied. It's as accurate as a fingerprint.
Yeah.
Your DNA profile. So I just want to make sure that we're not going to get any surprises.
Right. Yeah.
And these DNA tests take time. It's not like it is on
It's not, it's not
CSI.
CSI.
I wish it was.
You don't put it in a computer and
Exactly. So,
left and right.
but I've had cases before where we've asked somebody something and they said, nope, absolutely not. And then we do get results that match them. And they're like, oh, well, there was this time that such and such. So we have to, eliminate all that now.
Right. Honestly.
Okay. Would you, what we've been doing is offering polygraph tests. We've polygraphed a couple people already.
Mm-hmm.
And we're using that as a tool to eliminate people. And
Okay.
once we eliminate people, that means we can kind of narrow down our search, and it helps us so we're not wasting time looking at people that we don't need to be looking at.
Right.
Would you be willing to take polygraphs so we can go ahead and do that with you and eliminate you and start looking
I
elsewhere?
have to talk to my lawyer about that first.
Okay.
See what he says, because I don't know about that at all.
Well, it's nothing that can be used in court. It's a tool we use.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like DNA is a tool, fingerprints are a tool, interviews are a tool.
Right.
So that's something I would like to, see if you'd be willing to do so that we could get past you and start looking,
Okay.
for somebody else.
Well, I'll give him a call tomorrow, and then he'll set something up.
Okay. Is there any information or any questions I haven't asked you that, any information you have that might help us?
I mean, y'all know about this house, though. Y'all know about the abandoned house, because all the news I got is from the media, and they're painting this house as like some house that they knew of, they used to go to, and all this kind of shit. This was an active, spot to go and.
Yeah, the news kind of screwed up and said it was a high school hangout. But I
Yeah.
know they've been going to it.
I mean, it's a high school hangout, but
It's their current hangout. too.
Katie's hangout too. Okay, as long as you know, because this news story has been spinning it.
The news screws things up big time.
Yeah, and I just,
We can tell them that the sky was blue and it was 70 degrees, and they'll say it was cloudy and 30.
right.
How they
I just
screw
wanted
up,
to
I
make
don't know.
sure y'all knew that she had been there a few times with more than just recent friends. She's been there with new guys and stuff like that. I don't know what her family's told you. Hopefully, Cheyenne's been upfront with you, but she's been dating around a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking into some of that
Okay.
and trying to see if maybe she came across somebody that,
Yeah.
there's a lot of cougars.
Because she was on Tinder, and Tinder's just a face. You can make a Tinder profile.
Oh,
fake.
sure, yeah.
So she's been on Tinder. I know that for a fact. I saw her on there.
Have you driven Katie's car lately?
I've never driven her car. I just sat in it the one time.
On the passenger seat? Or
I think it was a passenger seat.
what about Charles?
I don't even think they met.
Oh, he's never even met.
I don't think he's met her.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Are you familiar with where White Horse Road is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I've taken it. It's 25, right?
Mhm.
Okay, then yeah, I know where it's at.
Do you know where Augusta Road and it meets? It's like Augusta Road turns into 291.
I don't know where Augusta Road is. I'm sorry.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Not from here. 291 is Pleasantburg. 25, the only way I know 25 is because when I drive out to Easley, because I start in Greenville.
Mhm.
So when I'm going through Easley, I cross over 25, and there's a Spinks that I normally get the cars washed at.
Okay. So this Monday night that we were talking about around 6:15, sometime around that time frame, can you think of any reason your phone would show that you were in that area of Augusta Road and White Horse Road?
No.
Is there any reason you and Charles were talking a lot that evening?
Because that's the night that he was here. That's the night he was available.
Mhm.
So that's the night I needed my shit.
So you'll be on video at Zaxby's meeting him and eating?
I was eating. He was in Zaxby's, yeah.
All right, so you guys will both be on video?
Mhm.
Okay. What time was that roughly?
I don't know. Whatever time you said earlier.
Well, you said it was dark?
Yeah, it was dark.
Okay, so dark is about 7-ish or so?
Yeah.
And that's the Zaxby's on Fairview Road?
Mhm.
Okay. Just to help us remember to find you, do you remember what you're wearing?
Oh, hell no. I normally wear jeans and a long sleeve or I mean, I can tell you where I was sitting at. It's right next to the drink machine.
Okay.
So.
And Hannah was in there with you?
Mhm.
So it'll be white guy, white girl, black guy.
Mhm.
So he did sit down.
You know what he looks like? He's light skinned. He's
Yeah.
got a ratty ass mustache, shaved head, not shaved, bald, but short. And he normally wears a Baltimore hat. He's got a Baltimore Ravens hat. But I'm pretty sure I can get him. Well, he probably ain't gonna come up here because he's trying to duck and dodge y'all anyway.
Why is that?
Because he thinks he has a warrant for his arrest because he's an idiot. And I told him, call some people and find out, but he refuses to listen to reason.
Man, usually if you got a warrant, you turn yourself in, they'll work with you a little bit.
That's what I told him, because when he took my car, I had to report the shit stolen because he crashed it, and I didn't tell him to take it.
Right.
So to me, that's stolen. So I had to do that, and they I had to press charges on him so I get the insurance to pay for my car. So
okay.
I think he's like ducking and dodging right now.
Yeah. What do you have, Cheryl?
On your way to Zaxby's, you said you dropped the bag of trash off.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you dump it at?
I don't know. Probably. I think it was an apartment complex. Because they have the big dumpsters.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the exact location though.
Like down Harrison Bridge? I'm talking about.
Yeah, like Watertown and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it. I don't remember. It was a long day.
Okay.
So
And then where did you go after Zaxby's?
I think I just went home.
With Hannah?
Yeah.
And where's
I
Scott
might
go?
have taken her home. I think I took her back to her parents' house, and then I just went home. I don't hang out with that dude. It's not. So.
Now, some people said that car that they identified as Katie's was seen pulling into your driveway around 5 o'clock that window.
Crystal told me that. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what the deal is with that?
Mm-hmm. And Crystal told me about that. But like we said, that's a normal move on her part.
Right.
So that really wasn't too much of a concern. I didn't even follow up. I didn't text her or anything when she did that shit. So.
Well, if that was her, why would she back out really fast?
I don't know.
Because you said she'd try and stop by.
I'm
and
not
see
trying to
the
read her
cat.
mind, so.
No, I understand. But you said that she would stop by and try and see the cat, or stop by and bring Jupiter. When
Right.
was that? Do you know?
I don't know.
Like back in the summer, or here
Whatever I said
recently?
the first time.
Okay. And then what happened Tuesday? What was your day like on Tuesday? Did you go to work?
Tuesday, yeah, I went to work. I've been to work every day since.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember talking to Cheyenne at all on Tuesday?
That's the day you're trying to stay the night. Yeah.
Oh, so she spent the night with you on Tuesday night? Okay.
I'm trying to think because I'm getting like Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday all spun up because I don't remember those days very well. I was really fucked up last week. Like my head was gone. I couldn't concentrate on shit, and I wasn't sleeping. So I'm just thinking. I think Tuesday her and Kimani came and spent the night. I think it was Tuesday.
And that was after everybody knew that Katie was missing?
I think, yeah.
When did you catch when that Katie was missing? Was it when
Cheyenne called me.
That was before
Mm-hmm.
Moorcraft came and talked to you? And that was Monday, right?
Uh-huh.
Monday?
No, Tuesday afternoon.
Tuesday?
Tuesday afternoon, you came to the house?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Tuesday morning at 1:30 in the morning, Cheyenne called me. Said, "Have you heard from Katie?" And obviously it's 1:30 in the morning, so I said, "No, go away. I'm sleeping." And then I talked to Cheyenne like throughout the day. Katie's missing, and then I was like, "Well, do you want to come stay and like we can like." We went out looking for her.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Where did you guys look at?
We went to this house on Scuffletown Road because one of her family members was like, "I found her phone and it's here."
At a house on Scuffletown Road?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you remember what house that was?
No, it's probably in a text message to Cheyenne.
What family
is it?
member told you they found her phone?
8 something. Cheyenne told me
Cheyenne told you that
that one of her family members.
found the phone?
Yeah.
And what happened at the house at Scuffletown?
We knocked on the door and said, "Do you know Katie?" And he was like, "No." So we're like, "Okay, bye." And her car wasn't there, nothing like that, so we left.
Did you look anywhere else?
It was late by that point, so we just kind of went home. And then I asked her if she could stay because at that point, her mom put up that Facebook message with all my information on there. So I asked Cheyenne if she could stay with me, just as like a peace of mind. It's just to ease my mind, because I figured nobody's gonna fuck with me if they think Cheyenne's here too. So I had Cheyenne come stay. She left in the middle of the night. I think that was Tuesday. It was Tuesday.
And you said Kamani was spent the night too, so was he searching with you that night too?
Yeah, he was in the car too.
And did you ever think to check the abandoned house that night?
Cheyenne told me she already checked it. She told me she had been there and she already checked it. So I was like, well, fuck it then.
And what time did you and Cheyenne meet up that night? Do you remember?
It must have been after he came to the house. So I don't know.
Because he came there around 4:30ish.
It was probably soon after.
And did she just come to your house, or did you meet up with her somewhere else? Or
She was working. She was at work, and that's when. So it had to be 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, because she was at work, and I went to go see her at work, and I was gonna try and get a table in her section, so I just could see her and talk to her. And when I got there, they said that she was getting off. So then me, Kimani, and Hannah went to Sonic, ate some food or whatever, and waited for Cheyenne. Then she came, and we were like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? So we took Kimani to home to get some clothes. She walked home to get some clothes. And then when she came back, that's when she was like, my aunt, I think she said, found her phone on Scuffletown Road. She's like, I have the address. And I was like, let's go. So we drove out there. And it was just some guy, he didn't know what the fuck was going on. He had like 2 regular ass cars. Her car wasn't there. So we were like, okay, I guess that's it for us. And we left out. So, but by that time it was pretty late because she didn't get out of work. Actually, get out of work until like 10. So at that point, I had to work the next day. So
you just went back home?
yeah, normally I'm an early to bed kind of guy.
And you and Katie still talked off and on once a week, twice a week, you said.
We used to.
And you know that she worked at PetSmart.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what kind of hours she kept or anything?
Hell no.
her
I know
normal
she used
routine?
to work 3rd, and then recently she switched. But her hours have always kind of been different. Like, I knew when she was working 3rd, it was like 10 to 7 or some shit like that. But I don't know her recent hours.
I'm just gonna ask you point blank. Did you kill Katie?
No.
Okay. Do you know who killed her?
No.
This polygraph would really help us. It's not admissible in court, like I said. It's nothing that you take could be used against you. They're not going to ask you about other off the wall stuff. They're going to ask you direct questions related to her being killed. And the quicker we can get rid of you as a suspect, we've already, like I said, we've done other polygraphs with other people, so it's not like we're targeting on you.
Yeah.
If we were, we wouldn't have waited, a week and a day
before
we brought you in here. So
that's what everybody's been telling me. So it's that's got my head kind of straight. I've just been fucking paranoid, man. Paranoid. I already got drug out of my house one time for not committing a crime. So, and I think I told you that when I sat down with you.
Yeah, I've read the reports and stuff. I mean, I'm not saying the cops always do things right.
And I'm glad that this is here, not in Fountain Inn.
Yeah, I understand.
Because y'all are completely different.
Y'all
just face value are different.
They play by different rules, so it's almost like a different country.
So what happens when you got like 20 cops in the entire force? Do what the fuck they want.
I understand.
So I told you that whenever you came out to work. I was like, I'm already kind of nervous. I'm just glad it's here.
Do you have your cell phone with you? What kind of phone do you have?
I got the V10, the LG V10.
Okay.
V10, yeah.
Does that have a lock code on, or how do you?
Yeah, it's got a lock on.
Is it like a number lock, or?
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind telling me what the number lock is?
Yes, I do. That's my pin for everything. I'm not going to tell you that.
Okay.
Next thing I know, you taking out $20 on the bank.
No.
That's all I got.
I'm a pretty honest guy. When it comes to money.
That's all I got right now is my $20. I need gas money.
One of the things that we're doing with people is getting swabs
Mm-hmm.
from their mouth. It's basically skin cell samples that we use to create a DNA profile.
Right.
It's just basically a big Q-tip, swab it on the inside of the mouth, and then submit that to create a DNA profile to compare to evidence that we get. Are you okay with that?
I'll talk to my lawyer about it. Yeah.
Well, what we've been doing with people is we've been getting search warrants to get them.
Mhm.
That way we don't have to mess around with, I do or I don't, or I need to call my mom or, stuff like that. So I've got a search warrant to get your DNA.
Okay.
Like I said, you're not the first one. I
Yeah.
can show you, other people we've gotten it from.
That's fine. I'm not gonna fight a warrant. I'm not gonna fight the court.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of those things. A couple other things. We do have a warrant for your phone. So
Okay.
I need you to turn that over.
Oh, man. Can I text my boss?
You can write down a phone number and call them, but I can't let you make any calls or any texts.
Okay.
I got that from you.
Can I get the number real quick?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And y'all can take this down. Captain called me and said, okay, I got 2 numbers now because my captain's trying to call me too.
Do you want a sticky note or something?
Can you just write it down for me? Because I got a couple numbers here.
Yeah, hang on one second. I found my pen. Go ahead.
Okay. 650 995 3500.
Mhm.
Nine 309 4621.
Okay.
864 678 0508. Can you write Fred next to that, please? Hamilton Hayden Judy. She don't remember. Oh shit. Excuse me. Sorry. Just threw up in my mouth. And then he's gonna be. I don't need to talk to his ass. That's like blood, dude.
That's just a swab of your mouth. Painless. All right, you got all the numbers you need?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for it to lock.
Okay, all right, go ahead. I need the phone. So like I said, we got a search warrant.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and hand the phone over to me.
Where's the warrant at?
Oh, it's right here. Go get a copy of it. Just a second.
I just want to see it before I give up my shit.
Search warrant for your phone.
I'm sorry, I watch TV too.
Last time, list your phone number.
Live, cell phone.
Like color cell phone, unknown manufacturer, belonging to John Blauvelt, gives your date of birth, and the assigned telephone number. And it's signed by Judge Dean Ford.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
She'll, I'm gonna go ahead and read this to him real quick.
Yeah.
Open this door, it's time warm in here.
No problem with me.
Okay, it says, to any bonded law enforcement officer of the state or county of the municipality of Simpsonville, it appearing from the attached affidavit, there is reasonable grounds to believe that certain property subject to seizure under provisions of section 17-13-140, 1976 Code of Laws of the South Carolina, as amended, is located on the following premises. The description of premise, like he told you, was a black and colored cell phone of unknown manufacturer belonging to John Tufton Blauvelt, date of birth 9/8/88, with assigned cellular phone number of 856 419-3312, which Blauvelt used on 10/24/2016. Now therefore you are hereby authorized to search the subject premises for description property or property described below and to seize such property if found. The description of property is a search for any and all saved, archived, or deleted data, including but not limited to text messages, phone call logs, contacts, voicemail, email, ledgers, lists, records, documents, or photographs taken from, derived from, or contained in the computer components and storage media derived in the above listed device seized pertaining to the investigation of murder. Any and all investigations related to the owner, user of the cell phone. This is to include but not limited to name, address, photos, internet browsing history, videos, and text messages. The search warrant shall not be valid for more than 10 days from the date of issuance. A written inventory of all property seized to the search warrant shall be made to John Blauvelt, an issuing judge, within 10 days from the date of this warrant. Such inventory to be signed by the officer executing this warrant, and a copy of such inventory shall be furnished from the person whose premises are searched if demand for such a copy is made. A copy of the search warrant shall be delivered to the person in charge of the premises searched at the time of such search if practical, and if not, to such person as soon thereafter as it is practical. In the event the identity of the person in charge is not known, or if such person cannot be found, after reasonable diligence in attempting to locate the person, a copy shall be attached to the prominent place on such premises. Again, it's signed by Judge Ford.
You know, I've been left-handed my whole life,
Yeah.
and I see how you got the paper angled. You know, I didn't learn that until last week.
To angle the paper?
To angle it that way. I always went the other way, so all my font looks italicized. I didn't know. I was trying to read some shit. I was like, how do
So
I?
you went like this?
Yeah, and everything was coming in crazy, and I
Huh.
really didn't know this whole time. So I wanted to improve my handwriting recently, so I've been spending time at night like doing cursive and shit. And I was like, let me see. And now all of it's like straight up like it's supposed to.
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta be an idiot. I blamed somebody when I was like 8 or 9, but I gotta be an idiot too.
You know, it used to suck being left-handed is when you're in school and you have the right-handed desks and you have to always lean over. That's probably
Or
why
like
I
that
learned
pen
to.
right there, and you start smudging
Uh-huh.
everything you write out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my favorite. I ain't never gonna see that phone back. They don't give that stuff back until there's like until the shit's done with, right?
It all just kind of depends.
I'm just asking like.
Yeah, it just depends. Like I said, it depends on if there's any evidentiary value to that phone, then it just kind of depends on what it is. This is a search warrant for your DNA, like Investigator Moorcraft explained to you. A lot of it's the same wording, so just bear with me. It says, to any bonded law enforcement officer of this state or county or the municipality of Simpsonville, it appearing from the attached affidavit, there are reasonable grounds to believe that certain property is subject to seizure under provisions of Section 17-13-140, 1976 Code of Laws of South Carolina as amended, is located in the following premises. Thank you. A description of premises is the person of John Tufton Blauvelt, further described as white male, date of birth 9/8/88, 1988, social security number, and it's all blocked out except the last four is 3737. It lists at 5 foot 6 inches, 180 pounds. Now, therefore, you are hereby authorized to search the subject premises for the property described below and to seize such property if found. Description of property is the skin cell samples from cheek area of John Tufton Blauvelt in order to establish a DNA profile. This search warrant shall be not valid for more than 10 days from the date of issuance. A written inventory of all property seized pursuant to the search warrant shall be made to John T. Blauvelt, an issuing judge, within 10 days from the date of this warrant. Such inventory to be signed by the officer executing this warrant, and a copy of such inventory shall be furnished to the person whose premises are searched if demand for such copy is made. A copy of the search warrant shall be delivered to the person in charge of the premises searched at the time of such search if practical, and if not, to such person as soon thereafter as it is practical. In the event the identity of the person in charge is not known, or if such person cannot be found after reasonable diligence in attempting to locate the person, a copy shall be attached to a prominent place on such premises. And again, it's signed by Judge Ford on today's date. Do you have a Sharpie?
Yeah.
some on right cheek first. Okay. And this is also going to be for your right cheek. I've got to sign that DNA one more craft.
That's fine. I was looking at copy of the waiver. John, let's copy that waiver rights form. Can you do a total of 4?
Yeah, I got 2.
Okay.
You need 4 on each side or 2 on each
2
side?
on each side.
Okay, and then this is for your left cheek.
John, while she's doing that, we also got a search warrant for your car.
Okay.
So this is the search warrant for that. I'm going to give you this copy.
Sure.
It says to any bonded law enforcement officer in the county, in this state or county or municipality of Simpsonville, is appearing before the attached affidavit, there's reasonable grounds to believe that certain property is subject to seizure under provisions 1713-140, 1976 Code of Laws, State of South Carolina as amended, is located on the following premises. Description of person, place, or thing to be searched: 2007 Prius, golden color, registered to John Blauvelt, South Carolina tag KHJ933. Your VIN number is listed out. It says you're therefore hereby authorized to search the subject premise for the property described below and to seize such property if found. Description of property: interior and exterior search and processing of the vehicle to include digital photographs, latent processing, collection of blood and other body materials, of other body fluids and fibers, DNA processing, firearms and ammunition, spent shell casings, projectiles, cutting instruments, and or blown objects that may have been used as a weapon, cell phones and any other electronic devices used for communication, legal and illegal drugs or paraphernalia, notes, sketches, documents, accelerant samples, burn debris, and any other items that may be evidence in the investigation of the death of Catherine Ann Blauvelt.
Okay.
That's signed by Judge Dean Ford on November the 1st. Okay. Probable cause section of the warrant says the affiant is an investigator with the Simpsonville Police Department and has 23 years law enforcement experience. The affiant has been assigned as an investigator for 13 years and has received extensive training in the investigation of violent crimes. The affiant is currently investigating the murder of Catherine Ann Blauvelt, which occurred on or about 10/24/2016. The victim's body was located in the basement of an abandoned residence at 817 Southeast Main Street. An autopsy determined the victim's manner of death to be a homicide. The affiant and other investigators have conducted multiple interviews with friends, family, and acquaintances of the victim and her estranged husband, John Blauvelt. These interviews have yielded multiple statements in which the interviewees stated John Blauvelt has made comments about his desire to kill the victim and his plan to hide her body in the house located at 817 Southeast Main Street. The affiant also has recorded statements from witnesses who say John Blauvelt had approached them and offered them monetary compensation for assisting him in murdering the victim and offering him an alibi by using his cell phone, debit cards, and vehicle in another city to make it appear as if he was not in the area at the time of the victim's death. The affiant has also compiled police reports from the Fountain Police Department that show John Blauvelt was arrested in February 2016 for domestic violence first degree, where he was alleged to have pointed a gun at the victim. And threatened her life. John Blauvelt had a pending criminal charge that if he was found guilty would most likely result in his discharge from the U.S. Army, where he's employed full-time. Blauvelt has made statements to multiple persons about the existence of a life insurance policy he holds on the victim for between $100,000 and $150,000, in which he is the beneficiary. The affiant has obtained recorded statements from witnesses that state the victim's vehicle was driven to the residence of John Blauvelt at 10 South Kings Drive in Fountain Inn, South Carolina on 10/24/16 at 4:56 p.m. This is the day the victim disappeared and was last seen alive. The witnesses describe the driver as someone other than the victim and state that the driver was wearing a black jacket with a hood pulled over. The witnesses stated 15 minutes after the victim's vehicle pulled out from the residence, John Blauvelt came up from the backyard sweating profusely and was wearing a black hooded jacket similar to the one of the person driving the victim's vehicle. Blauvelt did not have a shirt on underneath the jacket and claimed to have been running. The victim's vehicle was later located at 335 White Horse Road in Greenville, South Carolina, at a strip shopping center. Video surveillance from the area shows the vehicle being dropped off on 10/24/2016 at approximately 6:15 p.m. The second vehicle pulls up with the victim's vehicle, and it matches the description of John Blauvelt's 2007 gold Toyota Prius. The second vehicle drives off after approximately 5 minutes with the driver of the victim's vehicle. Cell phone records from John Blauvelt's phone number, 856-419-3312, obtained from AT&T, place his phone in the area of 335 White Horse Road at the time the victim's vehicle was dropped off. It is the affiant's belief, based upon the aforementioned evidence, that the 2007 Toyota Prius belonging to John Blauvelt contains evidence related to the death of Catherine Blauvelt. Okay, do you have any questions about the wording of that warrant?
Do you have to take the car? You were going to take my car?
Yes.
Fuck. All right. No, I got no questions.
Okay, all right, that's a copy of that warrant.
Yes, sir.
You want me to read the all that for these two, or do they all say the same thing?
It's all basically the same. Do you want her to read these warrants too? You're going to get copies of them.
That's all for the swabs.
Yeah, for the
Swabs
swabs
and
and
the
the cell phone. Do we want me to read out the probable cause section, just like he was?
If it's the same shit, then you're good.
It is. Having heard the affidavits
Yes, sir.
and the evidence that is mentioned in those, do you want, is there anything you want to say?
No, sir.
Okay.
There's a crack on the screen of the phone. Don't put that in the thing. I'm gonna try and get a new phone. I'm just playing.
What kind of phone is it?
This is a LG V10. It was sold to me. Put it like that. I didn't plan on getting a phone like that.
Does it do anything special other than the
No,
just a regular phone?
regular phone. It's got a really nice camera on it. I wish I sent that text message on Australian.
What text message?
She hadn't talked to me since Tuesday, and then I told her I was going through some shit. And my PTSD was bothering me and stuff like that. And she just decided to like completely blow me off. So that shit kind of hurts. You know?
You said you wish you hadn't sent her
I
that
wish I
message?
had.
Sent her what message?
She sent like a thumbs up a few hours ago.
A few hours ago today?
Yeah.
In response to what?
In response to nothing, she just sent me a thumbs up. And I was like, what the fuck? I said, okay, fuck off. You can't leave somebody out to dry for 4 days and then come
So hang
back
on. Something.
and then be like, thumbs up, we're cool.
That's what that meant?
Either, because if you send somebody a thumbs up, you know sarcastic as hell. Okay. Like
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
It's just that it's been 4 days since I talked to her. So, I don't know. I mean, you're a female, you can tell me. What's a thumbs up mean 4 days later?
Is it in response to something or like on a picture or? I have no idea.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
So she hasn't talked to you and then all of a sudden she sends that to you?
She hadn't talked to me since Tuesday.
And you said you wish you had sent her a message. Well, what
I
would
wish
you?
I had sent her the message because I typed out a big ass message like, you can't drop people like that. You can't drop friends like that. And then 4 days later be like, oh, we're cool. No, dude. Not when people really have shit going on in their head. Not when people are really like, I was there for her, you know, and she made no attempt to be there for me. I went through the same shit everybody else went through. And she didn't make no attempt to be. Nobody told me about the viewing. I had to find out all this shit on my own. And then you want to come back to me and be like, hey, we're cool. No, we're not. That shit hurts, man. Everybody knows I ain't got no family. Just me.
What was Hannah's response when you guys were at the viewing?
Just kind of taken aback. I mean, that was one of her friends too. Katie brought her in when she actually got her house. That was Katie's idea. So, I mean, they were close. They were real close for like months. And then,
Even after she left?
even after Katie left, no.
Yeah.
Because then Katie told me I was sleeping with him. So then once she got that in her head, she stopped talking to me. Or every time Hannah would come up, it would be like a big thing. But me and Hannah have been good friends just because I worry about people. That's who I am. So I've been pushing her to go back to school and shit like that. So, like today, she was trying to enroll in Greenville Tech.
And she just wanted to come with you to the viewing?
Yeah, because she knew with Cheyenne there, and whatever Katie's been telling her family, we didn't want to be a burden. You know, it's not like we would have done shit. We would have showed up, given our respects, maybe hung out in the back for a little bit and left. But it's that feeling, that burden. Like if we really, really don't like somebody, and they're just in your presence, and you just feel like maybe they're just here to piss me off or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I know Katie didn't like her, and I know Katie told her parents all kinds of stories about me. So who knows what she said about her? So I was like, let's avoid the whole fucking thing. You can come with me on Sunday.
Okay.
And then Crystal went on Saturday. So there's a lot of people when I drove by.
Do you have Moorcraft? Did you make a copy for the one for his cell phone?
No, I don't believe so.
So,
I got everything else. Just want to just give the time and cut the recorder off. Is there anything else you want to say before we finish up the interview?
me?
Yeah.
The time is now 4:59 p.m.
The detective asks about the last conversation between John and Katie, the one about the dog. She wanted Jupiter's medical records and his bowl, and Blauvelt told her to go fuck herself. That's the last thing he said to his estranged wife before she disappeared. Not goodbye, not I hope you're okay. "Go fuck yourself" over a dog bowl. The detective doesn't react. He just keeps going. Because this is when the second part of the interview begins. And this time, the questions are more specific. The restraining order, the domestic violence charge, the last time they were in contact, and the abandoned house on Southeast Main Street that both of them knew about.
What did you guys, what was your conversation about?
The dog, John and Jupiter. She wanted his shit. She wanted his map records and his dog bowl, and I told her basically to go fuck yourself because she's not supposed to. We're supposed to be talking. The restraining order.
Okay. This conversation's gonna get a little personal, brother. We'll go ahead and just put it out there. What the restraining order deal? What's the deal with that?
That's because a charge back that I got back in February, 28th or 27th, end of February, domestic violence first degree. That she charged me with.
Okay.
And then obviously when that happens, the state issues a restraining order.
Right.
It's just never. I mean, the fountain then told us that we can't lift it until my court is
It's done.
has a disposition. Yeah.
Okay. What has anything ever like that ever happened before? Have you guys ever had any big issues like that in the past?
I mean, we were the worst couple. You know, we argued a lot, but I think it was just bad timing, honestly, because she was going through some shit, and I was going through some shit, and she just left one day. It was like a Tuesday, and then she came back Friday with all the entire fountain and police department, and it was a pretty big scene. It was like a 4-hour thing.
Okay.
And then, I mean, fuck it, I'll tell you. But after that, we talked or whatever still,
Right.
and we still saw each other pretty often.
When was the last time you actually saw her?
I'd say probably July,
Okay.
because she moved out in April, I think. She stopped 100% coming over in April, and then we talked on and off. Mostly she just wanted to see the dog and shit, so she would come over with her dog, Jupiter, and she'd see Marley for a little bit, but we couldn't really connect again. It wasn't really working, so she just kind of.
Do you know if she had any issues with anybody? Anybody that wouldn't hurt her or anything like that?
No, and I know that she's been dating around, and it's whatever, because I've been too, but I just know she's been dating around. I talked to Cheyenne, and she said she was fine. She had I guess this guy that she's, I don't know if they're in a relationship or not, but this one guy that she's with who's pretty cool with her.
Do you know who that guy is?
I just know his first name is Zach. I don't know. I think he's a good family friend. I don't know. I don't really delve into her personal shit anymore because it kind of hurts. But
Do you know there's a guy that used to live with you, redheaded fella?
redhead
Yeah.
Wayne.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's his story?
Just regular dude, good guy.
Friends with him.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we had a falling out too, but that's because he's an asshole, and he got in a car accident 4 months ago, jacked his arm all up, and then he was staying with me rent free, because he was down on his luck. He didn't have nowhere to go, so I told him, I got a bedroom, and then he just kind of left one day with some girl, and we kind of had a falling out. I've probably seen 4 or 5 times after that. But Wayne's always been a good dude. He's got a good heart.
Okay.
He's a regular guy.
What are your normal hours here at work?
It's supposed to be 9 to 5, but most days I get out around 2 or 3. Always 9, but it really depends on when they leave. And then
Who's your supervisor?
Captain Dines, Marcus. He just left. I bet he'll be back in 10, 15 minutes.
You say Dines?
Yeah, Dines. And then first sergeant Goad. Dave.
Did you work this Monday?
Mm-hmm.
What time did you get off Monday?
Like 2:30ish, I don't know, cause they left, on Monday to Easley, or,
Who's
think-
they?
the first sergeant and the commander, they go out to all the recruiting centers. But I know he didn't go today because he took his personal car just now. But I just hung out here with Judy for a little bit and talked to her.
Where'd you go after work? What car do you drive?
The Prius,
Prius.
gold.
Did you stop anywhere on the way home?
No.
Was anybody home with you?
When I got home, yeah, my roommates were there, and
Tell me who your roommates are, if you don't mind.
Crystal Gordo, Gorto, and Brandon Tucker. But they will be home. They normally get home around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Brandon gets home a little bit earlier than that. And also Hannah Thompson. She's actually the one who took me home from work here. I'm excited to bring her to Soul.
And like Gary said, I don't really care about the restraining order issue. I know people still talk when they're not supposed to and still see each other. That's just human nature.
Yeah.
Did you see her on Monday? Not at all.
No, the last time I talked to her was on Friday about the bowl.
But you didn't physically see her on Monday? Did you talk to her at all?
On Monday, no.
Do you have any text messages in your phone between the two of you?
Yeah. I don't know how many times she's. The last text I have is October 6th, and I texted her the other morning. But, all those unsaved numbers is her. So.
Let me ask you this. Did you ride around Cheyenne last night looking for her? Where'd y'all go?
Fuck. There was an address on Scuffletown. We went and knocked on somebody's door. On Scuffletown Road.
Whose address was it?
I don't know. I could probably get the address, but we knocked on it.
No, it was
They were doing their sleuthing,
ringing.
their own sleuthing, and they said that they got an address, and we just went and knocked on the door and said, Cati Boyd, have you seen her? And the dude didn't even answer the door. We just talked through the door.
Continue along this road.
We just left out after that. We went back to my house.
Let me ask you this. Why were you looking for Cati?
For Cheyenne. Cheyenne's fucking destroyed right now, and I'm just trying to help her out. Because, me and Cheyenne are best friends.
Oh, you are?
And me and Cati ain't the best of each other, but still married to her, and really just for Cheyenne.
Who do you know that would want to do harm to her?
Not nobody. I really haven't been intimately talking to Cati since June or July. I want to say the end of July just because it makes it sooner, but I can't think of nobody that would actually want to do anything to her because she's just average, quiet. Like she doesn't she talks shit, but she doesn't talk that kind of shit. And then
She ever come by your house at all, maybe to see you?
a couple times, yeah.
What was that?
That wasn't since back in the day. She came by the other day. Crystal told me she came by the other day because Crystal got a new kitten and she wanted to come see it, but I wasn't home. She came by and saw this cat or whatever, and then played with my dog and then left.
Have you ever gotten so mad at her that maybe you did something you didn't mean to do?
No, absolutely not. I used to have a drinking problem, so I used to get pretty mad, and we used to have like yelling matches and shit. But she has some lungs on her, so we could go back and forth all night. But I hadn't drank in 2 months now. just because I'm trying to turn my shit around. I don't know when this court date's coming up for me with this domestic violence, and I don't want to be lost, when it hits. So I've just been trying to turn my shit around.
What do you do for the Army?
Well, right now I just sit in this office, small office right now. Because of the civil investigation, all of my recruiting duties have been suspended. So I've literally been sitting here since about March.
What do they have you do during the day? Just office type stuff?
Playing on the phone. Today I was supposed to drive to Fort Jackson because I had a mental health assessment because it's part of the chaplain process. And then, take, this kind of crap down there. I was supposed to take some tablets down there. But nothing real, no real work.
Gotcha.
Cheyenne, what's her relationship to your wife?
That's her niece.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are they as close as you and Cheyenne?
They used to be, and I think they were getting back to it. Cheyenne was pretty mad at her for a long time about this shit that went down in March.
Right.
Because she was living with us at the time.
Okay. Would she talk to Cheyenne about anybody she was seeing or any issues that she may have been
I think so, yeah. Because Cheyenne told me last night that she's, Cheyenne told me shit last night about Katie that I didn't know. Like, she's been dating around and stuff like that. So I know that they were talking like that.
And Cheyenne hadn't mentioned anything to you about any issues that she may have been having?
Cheyenne called me at 1:30 in the morning and was like, "Have you seen Katie?" And I was like, "What the fuck, go away, I'm asleep." And then the next morning I wake up and she's blowing my phone up. And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And so that's when we kind of started getting concerned. And that's when we started looking, I guess.
Are you familiar with this abandoned house?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the spot. That's
What's the spot?
hangout spot.
How come?
I don't know. I guess because Cheyenne and her friends found it, and then they have to, being teenagers, they gotta do the coolest thing they can imagine. So I guess that's hanging out at this abandoned house, and then I've been there a couple times. So
When was the last time you were there?
probably, I don't know.
Like a week ago, a month ago?
It's been months. If anything, it's been months. Am I being charged with a crime? Because he's recorded me, and I'm not comfortable with that.
No.
And if I am, I'd like to contact a lawyer. Because this is uncomfortable.
Okay.
You're not being charged
Okay.
with a crime right now.
I know, I just want to cooperate with that,
This brother is a death notification, and that's the big reason I'm here.
I'm shook right
Beginning of
now.
this conversation, I understand. Beginning of the conversation where I told you that we investigate every death or
Yeah,
anything except a natural death we investigate as a homicide until we can prove otherwise.
right.
That's the reason why that we all are here. Our conversation here is more for trying to figure out.
While John Blauvelt was in one room, Hannah Thompson was in another. She's the teenage girlfriend who moved into the house while Katie was still living there. She works at JCPenney at the Haywood Mall. Been there 2 weeks. She lives with John. Doesn't pay rent. On the day Katie disappeared, she went to work with John, came home around 3:30, showered, put on pajamas, watched TV. John came in at 4:35 from out back. They went to Zaxby's. She's providing his alibi, and the detective is listening carefully to every detail she gives him. Because John came in from out back at 4:35, and the abandoned house on Southeast Main Street is less than a mile from where they lived.
I explained to her that we're talking to everybody. We certainly can if you want to.
Since we're doing it with everybody else.
So far we've talked about her name,
What's your middle name, Hannah?
where she works. So what he's doing, I don't,
See there, your notepad.
if you can read my handwriting. What he's doing, Hannah, is I'm sure when he starts reading it, you're probably going to panic, because what he's going to do is read your rights.
Yeah.
I want to explain to you that just because he's reading your rights. Have you ever been arrested before?
No, sir.
Never. So a lot of times, people like you, and when I say people like you, people that have never been arrested, oftentimes they probably hear that or see that on TV.
Yeah.
So I want to emphasize to you that just because he's reading that to you doesn't mean that you're under arrest or you're going to jail. Okay. So I wanted to kind of clarify that before he got started into that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And certainly he'll explain to you either before or after, or maybe both. After having read it, if you have any questions or whatever, just ask, and he or I or both can try to explain as best we can.
Okay.
All right, Hannah, what's your date of birth?
12/18/98.
And your social security number?
244893024.
And how tall are you?
5'3".
Your weight?
150.
Brown hair and brown eyes? How far did you go in school?
My senior year.
Did you graduate?
Mm-mm.
So 11th grade? Where was that at?
Hillcrest.
Can we get back and get that GED at least?
I know. I'm
She's
trying
working
to.
on it. She said.
Yeah. And you can read and write, I'm sure,
Yeah.
due to the fine teachers at Hillcrest High School. All right. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol right now? So you feel like you're alert and conscious and can make a decision for yourself, right?
Yes.
Like Scott said, we read these to anybody, especially in a case of this nature. And it's just to advise you of your rights and to protect ourselves and make sure everything's on the up and up, okay? What I'm going to do is give you an identical form to what I'm going to be reading to you, okay?
Okay.
All right, before we ask you any questions, you must understand your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions and have him with you during questioning. If you have no money to pay a lawyer's fee, the court will appoint one to represent you without cost if you wish. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you will still have the right to stop answering at any time. You also have the right to stop answering at any time until you talk to a lawyer. Do you understand those rights?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions about them?
No.
Okay. Down at the bottom part's what's called waiver of rights. I've read the statement of my rights and understand my rights are. I'm willing to make a statement and answer questions. I do not want a lawyer at this time. I understand and know what I'm doing. No promises or threats have been made to me, and no pressure or coercion of any kind has been used against me. Do you know what the word coercion means?
Like convincing?
Yeah, we're not forcing you, pressuring you, lying to you, saying that if you don't talk to us, you'll never leave the building again, anything like that, okay?
Okay.
All right. Having those rights in mind, you want to talk to us today, just answer some questions. And like I said, you're not under arrest. We have no warrants for you.
Okay.
Regardless of what you say, you're going to walk out of this building.
All right. So you just want me to sign?
What I need you to do is each of these highlighted areas,
Yeah.
put your initials.
Okay.
Read one of those lines out loud for me, just so I know you can read.
You have the right to remain silent. You want me to sign the bottom line?
Yeah, initial next to the word coercion,
Okay.
and sign your name there.
Do you have any questions about any of that?
No, I don't think so.
You want me to sign?
Oh, my bad. She was signing the copy.
Oh. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Thank you. Shirley, you want to sit over here?
You want me to catch you guys up to where we are thus far? Or
Yeah, let me just, this is Cheryl Manley. She's one of the investigators here.
Hi.
She's been working on this case as well. Just so you know, we audio and video record everything. That's because people like me who are old can't remember stuff. So when I come to type my report, I'm not going to remember everything you said. So it's something I use to go back and refresh myself. All right, Mr. Hopkins, go ahead.
So yeah, we've talked about her name, her address. She works at J.C. Penney's in the Haywood Mall. She worked there for approximately 2 weeks. She quite likes it. She's friends with John. She doesn't have a boyfriend. She lives with John but doesn't pay rent. So we got into last Monday. She's explained to me that she woke up at approximately 8:30 a.m. Excuse me, went to work with John. Got there approximately 9 and left between 2 and 2:30. And he works at an army office in downtown Greenville. Is that right?
Yeah.
She told me they went straight home. They were in John's car. And they got home between 3:30 and 4. The roommates were home, Crystal and Brandon. She went inside, took a shower, put on pajamas, talked to Crystal and Brandon. John came in about 4:35 from out back. And they went to Zaxby's in Simpsonville around 7 or 8 and met Mr. Phil Scott. He is from Baltimore. Have I left anything out? I don't think I have.
Mm-mm.
So you guys eat at Zaxby's. What do you do then?
After we ate, we went home.
Okay.
We just watched TV.
You remember what time you went home?
Probably around 9.
Who all went to your house with you?
It was just me and John.
Okay.
This Scott fellow, what were you meeting him for?
I don't know. He said he had to talk to John about something, and then they met up. I was in the car, yeah.
Oh, you never went inside?
Well, no, after we went inside, he met us out in the parking lot, and I just was in the car, and John went over to his car and talked to him for a minute.
Did he come in and eat with you though?
No, he didn't.
Okay. What kind of car was he in?
I have no idea.
No clue at all?
Mm-mm. It was like, there was like 2 or 3 cars in between us, so I wasn't paying attention.
Do you know what color it was?
I think it was white. I don't know what kind of car it was though.
Big, small?
Small.
So it was like a sedan or a hatchback or?
Yeah, I think so.
John never told you what that conversation was about? You never asked? I mean, you never thought? Did you think it was weird? Or is that common?
No, I know he'd been calling him and was like wanting to talk to him and hang out or something.
He who
Scott. Phil.
had been calling John?
Yeah.
Scott, do you have a picture of him so we can confirm that we're talking about the same guy?
Who's that?
That's him.
Him.
Phil Scott.
So you guys get home. You said y'all
Mm-hmm.
watch TV.
Yeah.
Where were you at? Where you watch TV?
In the living room.
Do you have your own bedroom, or do you and John share a bedroom?
I have my own bedroom.
Okay. You remember what time you went to bed that night?
I don't remember, but I can tell you I usually go to bed at like 10:30 or 11.
Okay.
I just don't I don't pay attention to time like that.
I gotcha. What were you watching on TV? Do you remember?
We were watching Workaholics.
All right, so you guys go meet John Scott at roughly what time?
Like, we got to Zaxby's around like 7 or 8. I think it was closer to 8. And
Dark
then
out or light out?
it was dark.
Okay.
And we ate, and after we ate, he got there, and I guess so it was probably around 9 o'clock.
Okay, so prior to that, you've been at home with
Mhm.
John
Mhm.
and drove straight to Zaxby's.
Yes.
What route do y'all take?
We go down Main Street, past like in Fountain Inn where like Burger King and all that is, and Bilo. We go that way, and then we take a left, or like past QT and all that, and then we take a right where Spinks is. Go straight down that way.
You say you did go into the restaurant?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you'll be on the cameras in there, the video cameras.
Mhm.
And John ate with you, John Scott?
John
I mean,
Blauvelt.
Scott, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Scott did also?
Scott didn't eat.
Did he sit with you?
No.
So he never even came to the restaurant?
He did come in the restaurant. He got like a drink, but he didn't sit down because we were already done eating when he got there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. When was the last time you saw Katie?
I can't even remember. It's been a little bit.
A few days ago, a month ago?
Like a few months ago.
What was your feelings towards her?
I mean, I've always seen her as like a friend because like I lived with her for a little bit.
Right.
You know, she always told me that she was like here for me if I ever needed anything. When she went to the Carolina Center, I actually like convinced her to go get help with somebody because I've had like experience with that kind of stuff before, and I know she was in a really bad place within her mind. So I told her to call up there and see if they can help her and stuff like that. Like we had a good relationship. Like we were kind of close, but not like we were only close because we lived with each other.
So is it fair to say you were on good terms with her when she was killed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you end up going to her visitation Saturday?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So you didn't get to say goodbye to her? I know John, I think, went there Sunday, right? He said he got to say goodbye to her Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You didn't get to go with him? I
went with him, yeah. I didn't go Saturday though because her family doesn't really like me because of her niece Cheyenne.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were like kind of like off and on friends, and I think she might have said something about me that her family didn't really like me. So I didn't want to like ruin their day or anything, by showing up. I didn't want them to feel-
that's respectful.
Yeah.
Did you go in the room and pay your respects, or
Mm-hmm.
how did that go?
It was hard. It was really hard. I kept thinking like being really close to her like that. I kept thinking she was just asleep, and like that she was gonna wake up. And it was just so sad to see somebody like really close to you like that. Cause like everybody I've ever had in my life that died, like they just died like from natural causes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's a lot different when they're murdered.
yeah,
How long did you stay in the room with her casket?
like 10 to 15 minutes.
What did y'all talk about while you were in there?
We didn't talk at all.
Nothing.
We just each had our like moments, I guess.
John never take his cell phone out and take a picture of her?
No, he didn't.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Or you can tell me. Some people do that.
Yeah, no, he never took a picture of her.
What did he say about her?
We got in the car and he was like, I don't understand why she was so dirty. Because she had like dirt on her body still.
So while you were in that room, you two never talked at all?
Mm-mm. I kind of rubbed his back a little bit. I told him that it was okay, but other than that, we didn't really talk.
Was he crying?
Mm-hmm.
Were you crying?
It's just hard, like seeing somebody like that.
I bet. Did John know how she was killed?
He told me he heard on the news that she got stabbed. And then I read it.
Where did he say she got stabbed at?
He didn't say.
Did y'all talk about the injuries to her while you were in the room? Not at all? Is there any reason somebody would say that you did?
No.
Okay. So you guys leave there. Did John ever make any mention of having a life insurance policy on her?
I don't know. He never talked to me about it.
So you didn't know that there's a pretty large life insurance policy on her life that he's the beneficiary of? Has he ever joked around about things would be better if she was dead, or I should kill her?
No.
Have you ever joked about that?
No, sir.
Have you ever heard about him going up to anybody else and saying, hey, let's get rid of Katie and we'll have money for everybody?
No, sir.
Even if he was joking or drunk or just, trash talking. Okay. Monday night at some point before you went out, you guys carried out a bag of trash to your car. Or to his car, right?
I don't remember.
So you don't recall carrying out a trash bag or him cleaning anything up,
Mm-mm.
having to put stuff in the trash?
No, sir.
Just so you understand, we've already talked to John. We talked to him for over an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been working this case steady since she disappeared.
Right.
So there's a lot of these things that we know the answers to.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you already, you're lying to me. Okay? You do not want to get wrapped up in catching a murder charge.
Right.
You're 17 years old. You got your entire life ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
You may love John, and you may think you two are going to get married and walk down the yellow brick road. Okay? But no man and no woman is worth going to prison for.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
So who is it that you should be looking out for right now?
Myself.
Exactly. Okay? So let's stop lying to each other. Okay? I'm going to tell you a little something. At the funeral home, we were there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? There was a camera in the room. There was a recorder in the room. We heard everything you guys said. So do you want to go back and rehash that?
I don't. It was not easy to see her like that. It was really not easy. It was really hard for me.
Is that why there was some giggling and stuff?
There's not any giggling.
Hannah, listen, don't do this. I mean, what you're trying to do is make light of it. You don't understand that this room, we had video and we had audio set up so we could watch you guys. When you guys were there, he and I were there, as well as another investigator from the Simpsonville Police Department were there.
Mm-hmm.
We were in that building.
Mm-hmm.
When y'all left, 10 minutes later, we left.
Mm-hmm.
So stop digging that hole. You know, it's time for Hannah to look out for Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
Quit covering, quit BSing.
Okay.
Listen, I'm telling you, I don't know about you, but I know Moorcraft and I, we've been doing this longer than you've been alive.
Mm-hmm.
You're not slicker than us. You know, you're not going to outsmart us. We've talked to people,
Mm-hmm.
and I know Investigator Manley has too, although she doesn't have the years of experience that Keith and I do. But quit with the digging the hole. Don't do that. You understand this is a murder investigation.
Yes, sir.
This isn't a face slapping. This isn't a domestic violence.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't contributing to the delinquency of a minor.
Mm-hmm.
This is a murder. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You sure you do?
Yes.
Let me just show you something just so you do understand that we're not making this up. That's the casket. In a little bit, you guys will come in and you're standing there. John's standing there with what looks like his phone. Okay?
And then you can hear you tell him to stop taking pictures.
He didn't take any pictures, I swear.
Yes, he did. He's on video, Hannah.
But I swear he didn't take any pictures.
Did he hold his phone up?
I can't even remember.
We can. We were watching.
Okay.
Then you, Hannah Thompson, told him to stop. You told him to stop taking pictures. So obviously you were at least showing some respect for this dead lady.
Yeah, she was my friend.
Well,
And
you probably were friends at once,
mm-hmm.
at one time.
Yeah.
And then at some point things went south, and I would venture to say you would agree with me, things went south when you and John got together.
Mm-hmm.
Is that accurate?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when you told me earlier that you and John aren't an item, that was a lie, right?
No, we're not really, like, there's not a label on it.
So who are you dating?
I'm not dating anybody.
But if you look at your Facebook status, you just posted on Sunday that you're currently in the most amazing relationship ever or something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
So who was that relationship with on Sunday?
It was with John, but we're not, like, in a relationship. Like, we're not dating. I just have a good relationship with him.
Let me ask you this. If you want to keep going down the road of lying, who's that?
That's Cati.
Do you want me to keep scrolling through the hundreds of pictures we have? What do you think about somebody that would stab a girl in the neck to the point where the knife went all the way through to the other side, and then stick her body like a piece of trash in the basement of an abandoned house to sit there for a day and a half before somebody finds her?
Look at her, Hannah. She's right
I
here.
don't want to look at her.
That's your friend.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Don't want to do what? Don't want to help us find out who killed her?
All you gotta do is tell the truth.
I'm
It would be so
trying to.
easy.
I can't look at her.
Can
I can't look at her.
Can I tell you something? To tell the truth, you don't have to try. It just flows. It just comes out. You know what I mean?
I don't want to look at her.
Okay, she's
It's
gone.
gone.
Can I please leave? Can I please leave?
Hannah, this is a friend of yours that
I
we're
know,
trying to do.
and I want to help, but I
Hold on,
can't.
listen to
I
me.
feel like
Listen to me for just a second. She used to be your friend, regardless of how you felt the day before she went missing, okay? Regardless of how you feel for John, and if you were, jealous of them because they have a connection, because they're still married, whatever. This is a friend of yours, or was a friend of yours, and somebody brutally murdered her,
I know.
okay? Like Investigator Moorcraft said, this isn't just some slap in the face or a domestic violence situation, okay? And I can sit here and I can tell you that just based on the fact that you can't even look at her, and I get it, it's a pretty gruesome photo, that you have some sort of emotion towards her, some sort of not necessarily love towards her, but because
I really care about her.
exactly, Hannah.
I tried to save her life.
And you tried to get her help in the past. And unfortunately, nobody was there to help her in this circumstance. But the person who you can help right now is yourself, okay? Unfortunately, you're right in the middle of all of this. And to sit here and lie to us to begin with is not helping you at all. So let's erase everything that you told Investigator Hawkins, everything you told Investigator Moorcraft, and let's start with a clean slate and tell us exactly what happened to Cati.
I really don't know. I know what everybody else knows. I really don't know anything else, and it's really hard for me to sit here and think about it.
Everybody else knows. What does that mean?
Like on the news and stuff. That's all I know. It's stuff that her family knows, like Cheyenne, and just stuff that I've heard on the news. Cause all last week I just kept looking at the news to see.
Okay, Hannah. It's just me and you in the room right now. Okay.
It's just
Hold on. I've sat here and I wasn't here when you talked to Investigator Hawkins. Okay. Investigator Moorcraft talked to you for a little bit, and I sat here and I watched you. Okay. I need your help. Woman to woman, if that were one of my friends or somebody that I was friends with in the past, I don't care what I felt like with her prior to her going missing, I would do everything that I could to try and help her. But you are dating, whatever label you want to put on it or don't want to put on it. Whether you're having sex with John or you're not having sex with John. You're in some sort of relationship with John. The one man that Cati was married to. Okay? And we're aware of the issues between John and Cati in the past. We're also aware of what people have told us about you and Cati. And it's not just one person. It's not just Cati's family. It's not just people that just hate you or hate John. These are many different people that I've interviewed, he's interviewed, Investigator Moorcraft has interviewed, and all of their stories line up. And they're telling us that you didn't like her one bit.
Well, after me and John started getting together, Cati started not liking me. And I'm gonna say it right now that she was not nice sometimes, but she did not deserve that.
What she deserves right now is for us to figure out who did this to her.
I know.
And at this point, nobody needs to cover for anybody. And if you know something and you're trying to cover up for it, you're going to go down with the rest of them. You're going to go down with the person who did this to her. For knowing anything, whether it was beforehand or after the fact. If you know anything about this murder of Cati, or during, if you know anything about this murder of Cati, and we're giving you an opportunity today to tell us, and you're choosing not to, and we find out 20 minutes from now, or an hour from now, or 10 days from now, you're going to go down with them. And I don't want that for you, and I'm sure you don't want that for you.
You have an opportunity right now to help yourself out.
I really
What
don't.
are you gonna do with it?
I really don't know. Like,
Are you gonna flush it down the toilet? Don't do that. Remember back in the times when you were Katie were friends. She didn't deserve that. Do you have any sisters? Would you want that to happen to them? And would you want us to be sitting here talking to somebody who knows something about your sister's murder and be lying to us like you are? You wouldn't want that.
I don't know anything about her murder.
You do.
I don't.
You do.
I really don't.
We really do. You do. We know more than you think we do.
I
I
don't.
think, which is evident.
I don't want to talk anymore right now.
Okay. Because
You know who else can't talk right now is Katie.
man, she's not able to ever talk again. So we have to talk for her.
And you being a former friend of hers can talk for her sake too. Because there's been several days since you guys found out that she had been murdered.
Mm-hmm.
Several days since you guys have found out she was missing. And no matter what kind of human being would brutally murder another person, they're going to end up talking. They're going to end up saying something, Hannah. And again, whether somebody slipped up and said something to you before, during, or after the fact, and you're keeping it to yourself, you are just as guilty as the person who put that knife through her body. And to throw her away like a piece of trash, I mean,
Hannah, I realize you don't want to talk anymore. I apologize for interrupting you. But I'm going to leave you with one thing only. I've worked a few murders in my day. I've worked one or two, actually more than that. I can tell you with 100% certainty, and Investigator Manley may or may not be able to confirm this, but I can tell you with 1,000,000% certainty that when you have something of this magnitude and with this many people involved and or have knowledge, they talk. Eventually, they talk. Somebody will talk. Somebody will be sitting in that chair right there because they're going to want to save their tail. You may not want to today. You may not want to. Because apparently it hadn't hit you. It hadn't hit you yet that you have the knowledge that you need to tell us. But it will. I promise you. And I can go ahead and tell you this. I can tell by your demeanor, you will be seeing us again. And it'll be different circumstances. You understand what that means? Good luck to you.
Can I leave?
You know the password for John's phone? What's his password?
I have no idea.
What's his password? I know you
I
know
have
what it
no
is. It's his password for everything.
I don't know his password.
Yes, you do. He said you did.
I don't know his phone password.
Why would he tell us that you have it?
I don't have his phone password.
It's his password for everything. What is it?
He doesn't have a phone password.
How can you? He just told you.
I don't want to talk anymore. I'm sorry.
In the weeks before Cati's murder, John Blauvelt Googled how to sharpen a knife, when can police tap your phone, and what do I do when my wife dies? A friend wrote a to-do list and stuck it on his refrigerator. Get rid of Cati for good. Investigators found a confession in his journal. He fled South Carolina the night her body was found, drove through Alabama, Texas, and New Mexico with Hannah Thompson. Lived under a fake name in Oregon for 6 years, until U.S. Marshals caught him by his fingerprints and a pirate tattoo. John Blauvelt was convicted of murder in September 2024 and sentenced to life without parole. Hannah Thompson, who drove him to Cati's workplace the day of the murder and told police he simply disappeared one morning, received 3 years of probation, no prison time. Cati's mother said it felt like a punch in the gut.